You're welcome again this week to your program, my program, Reality Talk. I'm still Dr. Bayo. We are speaking today on the servo mechanism of the mind, the psycho-cybernetics of the mind. And what do I mean by the servo mechanism? It's like when you have a missile set at the target. It sends vibrations, information to a particular target, and when it reaches that target, if it coincides or sympathizes or of the same character, it absorbs it and sends back a feedback that I've gotten the target. If it's of not the same characteristic or it hasn't gotten to that level, it's not past it doesn't send a good response. It sends off target. And that's the way our psyche, our mind works. What am I saying? Your indwelling self, the God essence, your divine nature, your subconscious and superconscious complex works on this principle. The content of your mind in any form, in every form, is vibration. Your thoughts, your words, your emotion, your fears, your confidence, your everything, your desire. So when you have this desire in the vibration form, in the thought form, in the word form, it has power. Every unit of vibration has power, intelligence, and love entity. The love entity is the attractive and repulsive property. The intelligence aspect is the life, the knowledge base, the characteristic that we think is wisdom or the knowledge or the awareness of that power, of that substance. Then the power thing is actually the moving force. So that is why a human being must have these three elements to manifest. That is why a plant must have this to manifest. That's why a rock must have this thing to manifest. So if we now understand that everything is vibration based and every organism or subject or matter has a specific characteristic, a unique configuration of vibration. I have a unique configuration of my personality that gives me a vibration. You have. This table has. Everything does. So when you set a target in your mind, I want to buy a car, the general picture of a car will come into your mind. Then when you are now specific, I desire a Mercedes Benz 330 Jeep. It will now go to that. Your vibration, because it has no limit, is electromagnetic. It goes all over the world to locate Mercedes Benz Jeep 330 ml. Then if you are specific to the color, it finds you the color. And everything now, you are now sending your own vibration to that target. And it's now sending you information back that is available. And then when you now put your emotions into it, the law of attraction, the law of cat to you, depending on your circumstance, will be attracted in the process. The end is actually in the end result of a desire has included all the process of manifestation, all the processes of manifestation. So you as long as you keep it in mind, the servo mechanism will ensure that the object is got to you. So that is why you must be mindful. You must know what to think and what to say, and you must mind what to think and what to say, because it must find its own equivalent and bring it to you. So the wave targets your own and your desire will send information to each other, bringing the two of you closer together until you actually possess. And by the time you possess it, you have a relationship with that object or that situation or that circumstance. And that is how it becomes yours. The feedback mechanism happens in all spheres of life. It determines the weather, it determines the lifespan, it determines everything you get, everything you don't get. Now, that is where now you're being specific on a particular thing matters. That is why you're being persistent on a particular desire matters. That is why you're having positive emotions. Trust, confidence matters because everything gives off vibration. Your doubt is telling the object that you don't want it again. Your fears is saying it's difficult, so you create a difficulty. Your anxiety is distorting it. So, but when you have a clear, positive, confident decision with positive emotion, just go straight, and that is where your mindset comes now. If you think the Benz is too expensive for you and you are not going to be able to afford it, you have blocked it. Desirers not qualified. But when you say the cosmos, God will do it for you, whichever way, in His own way, He finds a way to do it. So you must always be specific. You must always be confident. You must always be trusting, because all this thing works on law of attraction, law of higher potential, law of osmosis. It's exactly whatever you sow that comes out as what you reap. So if you sow possibility, it gives you possibility. So your level of trust, your positive or negative emotions, the precision with which you desire comes into play. The time is actually determined by you. If you think it's going to take a long time, it takes a long time. If you think it's going to be easy, it becomes easy. Actually, there is no difference between you getting 1,000 naira and getting 1 billion or 1 million or 1 billion naira from the cosmos. The only thing that makes it difficult for you to get 1 billion naira is because you think it's not possible, and so you block it up. But when you think it's possible, you can as well get your 1 billion naira as you get your 1 million naira. And you can as well get your 1 million naira as you get your 1,000 naira. It's the same law, the same servo mechanism, the same law of attraction, the same law of sowing and reaping that controls everything. And there is no size or distance barrier in the cosmos. Well, we cannot go further than this today. We will still dwell on it more. For it to go far, love, share, and subscribe. See you again. You can read my books. Get onto the internet. Thank you. God bless you.